So recently there's been a video doing the rounds on social media of 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝘏 on a FaceTime call whilst he's on vacation, you know, answering a couple questions from some young kids and whatnot. And one of the questions that comes to him is, are you better than 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝘍𝘋 Yamal? And 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘍 answers by, yes, I think I'm better for sure. And I don't understand why his response is getting everybody's, panties in a bunch. First and foremost, I think it's important to go and state, if you look at the context of how the video was filmed, the person filming 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘍𝑋's response, it's seemingly like it wasn't meant to be filmed. Like, this guy's almost doing it in secret. And if in a private setting, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝑍 is going saying, I think I'm better than 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝘍𝑋 Yamal, I don't have an issue with it. Just like if you ask 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝘍𝑋 Yamal, do you think you should win the Ballon d'Or in a private setting? He's with his friends and whatnot, and he says, I'm better. I've got no issues with it. You're talking about, these are professional footballers. This is their job. They gotta back themselves. Like, what are people expecting 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝑍 to go and say, 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝑍 Yamal's way better than me. I don't hold a candle to him. He's so much better. I could never imagine, I could never dream of being better than him. Like, he's gonna back himself. I have no issues with that. Now, obviously, you could go and argue that, maybe it's being a bit, arrogant, confident, so on and so forth. Again, for me, if you're doing it in a private setting, if you're doing it like that, I don't really have an issue. If 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝑍 Yamal had gone and said it, he can back himself. I've got no issues. So I don't really go and see the big issue. And also, if you look at from 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝑍's perspective, you're talking about a player who this season won a quadruple with his team, scored 2 goals and got an assist in the Champions League final, being the first ever player in the history of football to go and do so. All that, again, at the tender age of 19. The only thing you can go and say is that he's 2 years older than 𝙀𝙾𝘼𝑍 Yamal. 𝙀𝙾𝘼 Yamal, yes, great, excellent 2 ties against Inter, Euros winner, so on and so forth. We can go and say, like, when things matter the most, yes, he had that goal against France and whatnot, but 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝑍 has 3 goal contributions in a final. Never been done before. Like, I could very much understand from his perspective, is like, I don't see the massive gap between the two. I'll go and say, personally, for me, 𝙀𝙾𝘼 Yamal currently right now is better than him. But in the future, football is long. Football is long. So, to cut a long story short, I've got no issue with either 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝑍 or 𝙀𝙾𝘼 Yamal saying they're better than whatnot, so on and so forth. I've got no issues with it, especially in a private setting. So that's my take on it. I'd be curious to know what you guys think about it.